Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Chapter 3.9 Notes, Day 1. Today we are going to be talking about basic percent problems. Our learning target for today is to be able to solve basic percent problems. Now, what we're going to do is when we solve these is we're going to set up a proportion. Proportions are what we talked about on the 3.8 notes, so if you have difficulty with that, please go back and watch that video. So when we're doing this, our problem is we are going to set up the proportion for is over of equals percent over 100. Now this is one of the very few formulas that we are actually going to ask you to memorize this. So is over of equals percent over 100. Now let's see what that looks like. In problem number 1, it says 20% of what number is 46. So let's take a look and see what we got. We've got 20% right there. Of what number? I seen is 46. So of is what number? So let's set up our proportion. We know 20%. We always know 100. That's always going to be there. And the is 46. That means down here is the x. So what we do from this point on is you're going to set up cross multiplication. 20 times x is 20x. 46 times 100 is 4,600, and let's double check my math real fast. Forty-six times 100. Perfect. And then to get the x by itself, we divide by 20. And we get x equals 230. Okay, let's do number, we're going to go down the left column. So this is number 3. What number is 30% of 25? So I see of goes with the 25. We've got the 30%, and then there's the is. So when we set up our proportion, is x, of is 25, and then 30% over 100. Set up your cross multiplication, you get 100x equals 25 times 30, 750. Divide both sides by 100 to get the x by itself, and x equals 7.5. And it is okay to get decimals here. Okay, number 5. 15 is what percent of 300? Okay, so this is the first one where we're actually trying to find the percent. So I know my percent is x. 100 goes below that. Is 15. And then 300 is the of. Okay, set up your cross multiplication. We get 300x equals 15 times 100. 1500. Get the x by itself by dividing by 300. Divide that by 300. And we get our answer. And now it's not just 5, this is 5%. All right, number 7. What percent of, let's see, so what percent of 24 is 40.96. So once again, we're looking for the percent, and the percent is over 100 of, and is. So cross multiplication, 1024x equals 40.96 times 100, and we get 4096. To get the x by itself, divide. So divide that by 1024, and we get x equals 4. All right, what I'm going to ask you to do is go ahead and try to set up 2, 4, and 6. I'm going to pause the video and the answers will be up in just a second. Okay, and there are all the problems set up. From here you would need to do the cross multiplication and solve. Okay, so for number 2 we were looking for the of. Number 4 we were looking for the is. And number 6 we were looking for what percent. So go ahead and pause the video again and the answers to these will be up. Okay, and there we go. So all we had to do was cross multiply the numbers, and then to get the x by itself, you had to divide. Let's look at 8 real quick and do that together. It says 40 is what percent of 8? So my is 40, and my of is 8. So 40's on the top, 8's on the bottom, equals x over 100. Do your cross multiplication, you get 8x equals 4,000. Divide all that by 8. 4,000 divided by 8, and that equals 500. And remember, that's 500%. Label your answers. All right. Go ahead and try those on your own. I'll have the answers up in just a second. And there we go. So if you have any questions on these guys, come and see Ms. Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. But that's it for Algebra 1, Chapter 3.9 Notes, Part 1. Thanks for watching, guys.